Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. In today's program, we would like to invite the viewers at home about something a bit different. I'll be your host for today, Linggar Batara Taufikul Hakim, and our team is about to delve into studying some university students' mental well-being through a more sociological perspective. Joining me today are fellow colleagues who will be interviewing 3 students from 3 different universities within the Malang area.
Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Nora Shokina and I'll be your reporter for today. Right now, I'm with our guest to talk a bit more about mental health, especially around the topic burnout and anxiety disorder. First of all, could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Cica. I am a second year of visual communication design student. I'm from Universitas Negeri Malang, which is, if translated to English, it's State University of Malang.
So, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Tangguh Satria Wibowo. I'm from Malang, and I'm from Islamic State University, or UIN Malang. And I'm from Psychology Faculty.
Okay, alright. I'm Ria. I'm from Faculty of Cultural Studies, and my major is English Literature.
Okay, next, how universities support their students to dealing anxiety disorder and burnout to ensure their well-being?
I think honestly, like my earlier state about this problem, it's more of like making the therapy and everything much more accessible, especially training the staff to become more aware of when a student is starting to burn out or starting to like have anxiety about their assignments. And also I think peer support are also important, and this is what's lacking from most universities in Indonesia, really, even from the professor themselves. They should hype not just grades, but also hype about rest. Like, you need to rest. Sometimes you need to stop working. You need like a day off. But that's what's lacking. Sometimes professors don't really say it, but other people say it. And not all students actually aware of that they need rest and everything. And safe space is also important. Like when you seeking help without judgment at all, especially seeking help when it comes to academic pressure. I think that's important.
They can give us support, like a counseling room, to make sure students don't get much work like that. Like a student can tell a story of own story to the maybe teacher or maybe counseling teacher at the counseling room to make a reduce stresses or depression like that.
For me, maybe the faculty or teachers can reduce the projects, or maybe the combined collaborative projects that can help make a better grade, but also reduce the anxiety, because we usually burn out because of the projects itself.
And your experience with aspect of campus life contribution most to student anxiety?
From my experience or most people experience?
Both of them.
Both of them. I see. Okay, let's start with from most people experience. I think it has something to do with deadlines. Deadlines and massive workload, those are like the deadly combo, especially for us creative industry students. And for me personally, it's almost the same thing. But also it's when my professor aren't communicative enough. Like, they're suck in communicating, not gonna lie. While different is visual communication, but they lack the communication, so I don't even have any idea how they get here in the first place. Sometimes they ask us like, what are your guys' struggle? And then we told them wholeheartedly that I have a problem with this, sir. Sorry, but I have a problem with this, miss. Like, do you have any solution? But they don't offer solution at all, and that sucks. Like, they just ask us for formality purposes and then just leave us there. So yeah. That's what I'm experiencing a lot, and that's why I don't really rely on professor right now. So yeah, I just do what I want at this point.
Like too much homework maybe, or like struggling in the study, or pressure from anybody. It's like that.
Probably the most in my faculty is that maybe the a place that there are many people and not many people are ready for socialize and many more.
Next, number 5. In your opinion, does social media have a positive or negative impact on your mental health and your life?
There's both. The another way is a fun and useful because you can search many information from social media. I'm sorry, but sometimes it feel bad because like a cyberbullying maybe there's a many student or people is kill himself because cyberbullying is so many.
Sometimes it can give a positive impact because it can also help my dopamines in my daily life, but it also can have a negative impact because of doom scrolling.
In explaining these next parts, I have with me fellow colleague Sasa joining us. Sasa, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay. Hello, my name is Sabrina Satrimisnawa, or you can call me Sasa, and I'll be joining to explain our interview findings with relevant sociological theories. A comfortable, friendly, and supportive campus makes students more conscious and accomplished. Conversely, a stressful or supportive campus can make students stressed and cause grades to drop. Durkheim says that this social solidarity can make individuals within a group be forced to comply with what's typically in that individual's group.
We invite this discussion as an alternative viewpoint to the more psychological analysis of an individual's mental well-being. Lastly, we conclude that our research can be further developed while still holding regards to some sustainable development goals.
We hope that our informative video can bring new insight for everyone watching.
With all that said, thank you for watching.